It's a lot of us that are lost that needs to be found. Hi, my name is Danny Wideman, and I served in the United States Marine Corps. I'm proud to be a Marine. On this journey of life that has been presented to me, I've had some ups and downs. After I had a terrible divorce from alcoholism, going through treatment over and over again, and that not working out, my wife finally divorced me, and I ended up homeless in Augusta, Georgia first. My aunt that lives in Decatur, Alabama, came looking for me because I was ashamed of who and what I had become. After having a very good job, working for Westinghouse and a beautiful family, I was ashamed to be around my family. But after she brought me to Decatur, Alabama, I continued to drink, and I ended up down here at the Tuscaloosa VA. That was January 28th, 1992. I was suicidal also. I didn't want to live anymore because I couldn't deal with not having anything and depending on family to help me out. I just thank God that I didn't kill myself that day that I was living with my aunt, spending the night there, because I knew what a gun was. My aunt had a TV in the living room. The Clark sisters and B.B. Winey were singing a song, Addictive Love. That slowed me down when I was going through the kitchen. Something happened. I call it God. He told me to make a call. And I ended up at the Tuscaloosa VA. And from that day to this one, I haven't drank, used drugs. I thought about killing myself. It was a lot of growing pains with this process. I can't say that every day has been good, because there were times when I didn't have anything to eat. For being a grown adult with nothing to eat, that kind of bothers you mentally. I used to go to this grocery store on 6th Avenue in Birmingham. They always had the marked down meat on Saturdays. The meat that they need to get rid of. I used to buy these pork steaks. If I didn't get them, I'd get the thighs because I could only eat 2 pieces a day. And thighs are the cheapest part of a chicken. One of the meat attenders did something that I'll never forget. One day he stopped me and he looked at me and he said, "You trying to get on your feet, aren't you?" And I told him, I said, "Yes, sir." And he told me to go down through there and get anything that I wanted. Even then, I didn't feel that that was right, because I was the one that put me in the situation that I was in. I got a ham because I didn't want him to think that I was greedy. And he came out and he said, "Son, get you something to eat." I said, "I don't have any money." And he said, "Get whatever you want." I got a few more items and he took me to the front of the store and paid for it. That's why I try so hard to help these people that are homeless today, because I feel their pain. That's why I try to help them so hard to stop from drinking and using drugs. I share with them about carrying this coin. If you feel like taking a drink, put it in your mouth. If it dissolves, it's okay for you to get as drunk as you want to. Matter of fact, you can call me and we'll get drunk together and I'll buy the first drink. I carry this in my pocket to remind me of who and where I've been. I put it in my pocket every day. I've been putting it in my pocket for over 27 years. I can't say that my eyes have been dry every day. The best friend that I had in the world, he died. And I didn't get drunk because I had somebody to help me. I lost my brother. He used to come get me off the mental wards because there was something going on. He was the only one that would come get me. Then one day he told me he wouldn't watch me. He had to sign me out. But he told me one day, he says, "I don't know who this is, but if you see my brother, I'd like to talk to him." For a year and a half, I cried every day. Every morning I'd wake up, I'd cry. And I'd ask God to relieve this pain that I'm going through. And one day I woke up and I said, "Lord, and I didn't cry. The first thing I did was picked up the phone and called my mom, and I told her, I said, I didn't cry this morning. I do believe nothing happens in God's world by mistake, because I know something happened to get me where I am. Today, I found a family that's not in my blood, because I don't have any family here. They're all veterans. Veterans that come through the program and ones that I meet along the way. But I haven't drank or used any drugs, and I haven't been homeless. They've helped me to get better. I don't know if you ever heard of this particular poem. They call it The Broken Vessel. God had all of these beautiful pots and vases made out of crystal and gold and porcelain on his table, and each one of them asked for him to pick him. He said, pick me, Lord, pick me. I'm shiny in gold. I'll make your table look good. He kept going. The crystal pot that could hold beautiful flowers, he says, Lord, I'd love to be on your dining room table. Pick me. I'll glitter and shine better than anyone. But it was an old clay pot over there that was cracked. That was me. That's the one he wanted. Since he got me off the ground, I haven't slept on the ground since. And I'm forever grateful. Who would have thought a homeless wino like me could be where he is today?